guys, progress is being made. As you can see, there's half the floor is down in my control room. I want to say a big thank you at this point to Rich. He sent me an email after my last video and gave me some really in-depth insights into flooring and some stuff that they use in the US and basements, etc., with like egg carton stuff underneath them. Unfortunately, it's not available here in Sweden. Shame, because it sounded really interesting. But I've kind of taken his advice on board, and I'm putting a laminate flooring down in here, but there's going to be a lot of carpeting, and there's also going to be some foam panels that will be put on the floor in places. But underneath the floor, there is this blue foam, as you can see, which I'm finding really quite interesting. I'll show you some of the details here on it. Let's see if I can focus in on it. One that really interests me is this 18 dB sound dampening thing that it's got going on. I watched a few videos and I've done a little bit of research on like the green glue thing in between your layers of gyps on the walls. I'm thinking about the live room. I've done a little bit of clearing up out here, so just to let you see how this is looking. So I'm thinking of maybe doing a little test and putting this stuff in between two layers of plasterboard and see if it does actually do 18 dB of dampening or not. That might be quite handy when it comes to doing the live room in terms of soundproofing. So we'll see. I'd appreciate it if anybody's got any ideas on that. I watched another couple of videos on the Tech 50, which is like a high density rubber stuff that you can buy from Britain. But unfortunately, as I come across these problems here in Sweden all the time, the shipping costs more than the actual product does. And I just can't do it. It's just, you know, Sweden is quite hard to get a hold of the, you know, soundproofing, gyprock, etc. It's just really hard to get a hold of here. So anyway, so as you can see, base traps are in, filled up with as much rock wool as I can possibly fill them with my nice Celestion speakers. These actually, I've got 3 of them. They came from a cinema, believe it or not, in Ystad. You can see that one a little bit better. There's Celestion speakers and Celestion horns in them. There is a third one, but I'm not using it in here at the moment. And they sound great. But these won't be my main monitors. These will be for, you know, when you're recording and getting some volumes blasting in here. But not actually for mixing. This back wall, I'll put some pictures up, but there was a window here. On the outside of that one, I've taken the glass pane out, or the frame that held the glass. That's been taken out, and in its place, actually I'll run out and show you, there is 2 sheets of plywood in there, 18mm ply. So there's 2 sheets of that, all sealed up with silicone, etc., to clear, you know, sound, seal it and all the rest of it. And then on the inside here, I put some 18mm MDF, again, sealed up with silicone, etc. And then obviously this wall's gone up in front with, on this side, there's at least 145mm of insulation. So what will happen? There'll be 2 panels either side that will be of a nice material to make it look nice in a little frame, just to cover up the black building paper. Then in the middle here, there will be 70mm wide wood strips going down with a gap in between, so it'll be a combination of absorption and reflection. But I will also attach to that varying heights of wood to act as a reflector panel. So there will be a section of this will be a reflector with varying different heights of material to reflect stuff back. But it will be in like vertical planes, so there'll be different thicknesses going down as the all goes on. My cupboards, storage cupboard, yeah. So things are moving on. The control room's nearly done. I just need to get this floor down and then put the pretty bits up. You know, again, it'll be a combination of diffusion and just the material coverings, just to make things look pretty in the corners there. And yeah, and then there'll be clouds, etc. Now once I get the floor down, I'll be at a stage I can actually move my computer in and possibly do some acoustic measurements before I put any panels up, because I have got plans to put panels, you know, on the side walls at the front there as well. So there'll be all kinds of acoustic panels going up. So I'll maybe do some acoustic measurements before the panels go up, and then do their measurements again afterwards. So anyway, I'll leave it at that, guys. I hope hope this is interesting for you. It's an ongoing process. I'm not filming me doing the building, because what's the point of you watching me cutting up bits of wood, and do you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm just trying to get a discussion going on the results and yeah, see what you think. Okay, thanks. Bye now.